Hey guys, I'm Kunal Roy, and welcome to another episode of All Things Ambient. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about. In this episode, I'm going to give you some album recommendations in the shoegaze and ambient genre. So stay tuned. But first, hit the bell icon, subscribe, and now the intro. The first album I'm going to be talking about is Le Fleur by Marcin Jules, right there. And this album is very dark, self-reflective, somber. It's slow. The third track in this album is my favorite, and it sounds like the harp is being plucked in reverse reverb and delay, if that makes sense. And it's eerie, it's dark. I can't pronounce most of the names of these songs, so please bear with me. Le Fleur by Marcin Jules. Check this album out once again. And the next album that I'm going to be talking about is Song Cycle by Van Dyke Parks. And this album is seriously interesting. I discovered this just a few days ago, and I wouldn't exactly categorize this in the ambient or shoegaze genre, but there are traces of ambient in the album. In Van Dyke Park's album Song Cycle, there's heavy use of reverb and delay in the vocals, so it's kind of like chamber pop, kind of like this music that's playing right now. It reminds me of the kind of music that was playing in The Shining, and ominous presence with the vocals and stereo mixing. And I found all of that. The first word that I could think of, the first two words that I could think of when thinking of this album is ominous and ambient. It's dark. It's kind of music I would expect to hear in a horror film like The Shining. But I strongly recommend this album. This is probably my favorite piece of music that I've heard after a really long time. And if you want to do some more research on Van Dyke Parks, he's done work with Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, so check that out. Like, do some research and look up Van Dyke Parks. The next album that I would strongly recommend as well, which is kind of similar to Van Dyke Park's album Song Cycle, is an artist called The Caretaker. Some of these album links, will be in the description below, whatever I could find. The Caretaker, and the album is called Everywhere at the End of Time. Now, this is a very dark album in the sense that, first of all, the concept behind this album is that the Caretaker is an artist who is going through either Alzheimer's disease or dementia. I'm not sure. No, I think it's Alzheimer's, and he's slowly losing pieces of his memory. and what he's done is he's trying to capture the process of deterioration through ambient music composition. It's dark. Why am I mentioning this? Because it's interesting how, while he's in the process of deteriorating himself, he's able to capture the process of degeneration in the music. And the music in itself is dark. It's very ambient. It's even depressing, but check it out. I usually like to check out all aspects of music, whether it's happy, dark, depressing, as long as it's moving. So I have these album recommendations for you. So that's The Caretaker, Everywhere at the End of Time. And in one word, if I had to sum up Everywhere at the End of Time, I would just say it's demented. It is really, it's a demented record. And I wouldn't recommend listening to it all day long. It's just really weird music. The next album that I would mention is Glitter Days Are Gone by Aura Zorba. And this is a shoegaze artist, but it's a very unique shoegaze album. This album is also dark, but there's synthesizers used, there's elements of psychedelia, jangling guitars, and it's a very, very unique album, which is why I picked this. My favorite track in this album is Glitter Days, and it's got this menacing drum beat and wailing vocals. I strongly recommend to play this loud. And yeah, so check out Aura Zorba. That wraps it up for today. If this video brought you value, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, comment below, and tell me what are your favorite shoegaze and ambient albums, and let's discuss that in the comment section below. My camera gear used when filming this video and the microphone and all my equipment is listed in the description below. Those are my Amazon affiliate links, so I get a small kickback if you make a purchase through those links. And I will catch you guys in the next episode, All Things Ambient.